Hope you guys had a great weekend. I am so excited for today's video. We got a massive watch list. The amount of A+ setups that we have for this week is absolutely incredible. We have $5 stock. We have a $16 stock. We have options. We have shares. And we have swing. We have a month out swing option setup. And we have multiple stocks and multiple setups that I want to go over. It is going to be a very long video because we will be going very in deep. Make sure to go to sundaystocktalk.com for a completely free newsletter, and you guys can also get some premium setups by subscribing to the premium version of sundaystocktalk.com. I did launch a exclusive only for 10 people only learn-to-trade.vip where you guys can learn the psychology of the markets and really understand it on your own. So there's over 2 hours of content over there. So there's only going to be 10 people that I am letting in. So make sure to go to learn-to-trade.vip. Let's get started. Okay, this video is timestamped. We have to go over a lot. Starting off, we have Tuesday and Wednesday where we have FOMC meeting minutes, and on Thursday the market is closed because of Thanksgiving, and on Friday the market closes early because of Thanksgiving Day as well as Black Friday and all of that. So we have 2 days pretty much, low volume, and what that means is pretty much expect some choppiness or expect some low volume, because since we have the holidays coming up, less people are looking to trade and actually take the week off. So expect that. And obviously we have FOMC meeting minutes, so just some volatility on Tuesday and Wednesday, which we can't control, and we just have to see what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, the overall technical analysis, I have this week set up that it doesn't matter if SPY or QQQ actually goes up or goes down, because we have a play on market rotation, something like oil, which I will be talking about. Oil has been going down, for the past couple of weeks, but tech and finance stocks have been doing well. So oil actually, doesn't move together well with the market. So I'll be going over that very in deep in this video. Let's start off with the SPY. First, the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. We have a nice ascending triangle to the upside, and we have a level of resistance at $454. So we are looking bullish, and our price target is $454 for the S&P 500. We got to take a look at this price action. Okay, we have the support, we have this level of resistance, we are bullish above. If we start breaking the level, this is going to be our price target. This is going to be the next level where we're just going to consolidate, and then we have all-time highs pretty much, $460. However, we do also have a gap to the downside, and if we take a look at the RSI, the SPY is looking overbought for the RSI. So be cautious of that, because we either go up or we either go down, but it depends on which side we break out to. So if we start entering the gap to the downside, it might be a good play on shorts. This is what we are taking a look at for SPY. Next, we have QQQ, very similar, but we actually have a channel going on. So since we have this consolidation period, we're trading between these two zones, we have to be very cautious. Now again, this is a very common technique and strategy for the overall market. Areas where we just trade sideways. This is a very common thing, and as I'm charting right over here, I'm just charting out previous ones. We have many areas and many times where if we take a look at the past and we take a look at the history, we have these setups, and we can really learn from there. Another one right over here. So we are in this consolidation period where the stock market is resting. We had an incredible setup, and now we are resting. But we have to be careful because we can either break to the upside or to the downside, especially since we have a gap to the downside. So we want to be ready where we can play to the upside or to the downside. And I'm looking at puts below $383 for QQQ to fill this gap to the downside, especially if we have some bad news coming up. If we have some bad news coming up on Wednesday and Tuesday, I want to set market orders below the level on Robinhood or on TD Ameritrade. I can set price levels and buy options based off of the price level. So set somewhere like $383, where if we go below, we can fill this gap to the downside and then take profits as we hit the price target. So this is what we are taking a look. Now the first setup, the first stock that I'm watching, absolutely incredible, A+. I'm already up 15% on options as alerted on X. Okay, we alerted Rumble calls. Okay, buy to open Rumble calls. This is a very cheap play. Also alerted on Discord, so make sure to join that. But Rumble is the #1 play since I am already in this stock. We have this descending triangle breakout. We closed above. So we are set in stone that we are bullish. Okay, we are set in stone that we have bullish. We have some nice volume confirmation, but nothing too crazy. Our price target is $5.50 and then $6. Now we do have like 2 weeks out on our contracts, so I do want to look at taking profits because when Rumble runs, it's going to run nicely, especially since it is a $5 stock. So this is the first setup that I am watching for this week. Next, we have RIVN with a falling wedge breakout. We played RIVN with this breakout. You guys can search it up on YouTube, Firecycle 1 for RIVN stock, or on X. It is all in my history. You can see all of our plays. You can see all of the losses. And that is the incredible part for this YouTube channel, as well as the weekly newsletter. We have this falling wedge on the daily time frame. It looks better on the weekly time frame, but we do have a solid setup, and we're taking a look at calls right around market open above $17.50. Our confirmation is going to be once we close above. Now the main factor for every play, for Rumble, we knew that we closed above the level of resistance, and that gave us our confirmation. For Macy's, we closed above the level of resistance and we broke the downtrend, and that gave us confirmation. For any of our other plays, we closed at the level of support, that gave us confirmation. We can take a look at Apple. We closed above at the level of resistance, and that gave us confirmation. So for RIVN, the main confirmation is going to be when we close above the level of resistance, and this is a very important factor that you guys need to understand, because the stock right now itself does not look good until we break out and close above on the daily and the weekly time frame. So Rumble calls, RIVN calls 2 to 3 weeks out, or weekly call options. Next, massive setup. I'm so excited for this week, not only this week, the next week, and the next couple weeks, because this is going to be a continuous play. We got to talk about oil stocks. We got to talk about oil stocks this week. Now, the basic idea of it is market rotation. If we take a look at the daily time frame, oil stocks have not been doing great for the past couple weeks. Compare that to something like tech stocks. We've been doing pretty good for tech stocks. Compare it to something like finance stocks. We've been doing pretty good for the past couple days, for the past couple weeks. But if we take a look at oil, we have not been doing good. We have been, in fact, in a downtrend for the past couple days. So what we call this is a market rotation. So the tech stocks did good, whatnot, but now it is time for oil to run. Okay, it is time for oil to run, and we need to start, just trading sides, because the overall market doesn't move together. We have sections and sectors taking turns. Massive ascending triangle for oil on the weekly time frame. Now this is going to be a great play for leaps. I'll probably just make a whole video on oil because oil has been really it hasn't been in a bull market for over a decade, but that is going to be a whole video of itself. So we have this going on, but we have to take a look at a closer picture because we're taking a look at weekly calls and a month out calls. We have a falling wedge. We have a falling wedge breakout for XLE. XLE is a oil ETF that tracks multiple oil other stocks. Now what I want to take a look at is I want to take a look at this stock and go deeper. We have stocks like SU with a descending triangle breakout. We have stocks like EOG with a massive symmetrical triangle setup on the weekly time frame. We can take a look at ExxonMobil with a falling wedge breakout. I love oil stocks. You guys can search on my YouTube channel, FireCycle114, and see all of our previous setups on oil stocks. This is a solid play on market and sector rotation. So ExxonMobil, EOG, SU, and XLE are going to be great plays for a swing trade. Multiple weeks and multiple months out for call options and multiple days and multiple weeks. So this is not going to be a day trade but a multiple week hold, especially if we take a look at the price action. Sometimes we are trading choppiness. So this is going to be a swing trade. Next we have Tesla. Okay, last week we had the ascending triangle play. I made a whole video on Tesla, and right after that, Tesla was up over 10%. We had someone pay their car payments in our Discord server. So massive breakout for Tesla. We filled a gap, and look at the psychology. Right when we filled a gap, we came back down to test the level of support. So Tesla looks incredible. Tesla looks incredible. We talked about our play on Apple that we did over 250% on our options. We played the downtrend breakout. But we can take a look at other stocks. Meta, massive ascending triangle. QQQ, we talked about this massive cup and handle. Tech overall is extremely bullish, but the thing about Tesla is that it has been lagging behind. So I want to go in very deep on this Tesla stock because my chart is very complicated right now. We got to take a look at multiple time frames. The first time frame that I want to take a look at is the weekly time frame. We have a downtrend going on. We are in a massive downtrend, and then we have a level of support. This is going to be our stop loss. We do not want to be below this level because if we break that level psychologically, we have more room to the downside. So let's erase our drawings, but now let's take a look at a closer picture. We had the symmetrical triangle downtrend breakout, but then we have a channel, a previous channel, and another previous channel like this. You know what this reminds me of? AMD. Okay, let's take a look at AMD. AMD had a same solid setup. Look at how many times AMD broke out of this downtrend breakout. Okay, it's right here. You guys can go on TradingView and see it yourself. This is a solid setup, just like AMD. Okay, AMD was on our previous watch list on SundayStockTalk.com. You guys can go to SundayStockTalk.com and see the proof over there. So make sure to do that. Now let's take a look at Tesla. Weekly time frame, we have this channel, a month out calls. We have the level of resistance at 305. So we're talking about a downtrend breakout of the channel as well as the weekly time frame. But let's take a look at a closer picture of the daily time frame as we are approaching the level of support and the level of resistance. We have another channel going on right over here. So this could be a better stop loss if you're holding options. So Tesla stock straight up looks incredible for a couple weeks out, couple days out. Overall, we have Christmas coming up, and the whole market is looking extremely bullish. The only thing that is stopping us is anything related with news. But even with inflation, all of that, things are coming back down. Now, the last play, okay, this was a extremely long video. The last play that I want to talk about are banks. So we talked about Rumble, RIVN, then we talked about oil stocks, but we have another massive play on banks. So ticker symbol XLF tracks other bank stocks, and inside of this ETF we can take a look at multiple other stocks like Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Massive symmetrical triangle looking incredible. Okay, XLF is looking incredible, but I want to take a look at Bank of America. To me, Bank of America looks a lot more better because it is a lot more clear. It is very clear on the price action of Bank of America, where we have these 3 levels that I'm watching: 27 level, 30 level, and 37 level. So if you're looking to trade shares, hold shares, and all of that, Bank of America is my go-to play on banks. You can trade the XLF ETF, but if you're new to trading, you can see the psychology, and it's really simple. It's right over here. You have the support, you have the resistance, and it looks really clean and really simple. Same with Wells Fargo. Just basic supports, basic resistance. And again, if you guys want to learn the technical analysis and learn the bread and butter, make sure to go to learntotrade.vip. I'm only adding in 10 people, then I'll be closing in all of that. So make sure to check that out, especially with a Black Friday deal. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We went over a lot in this video, and I'm really excited for this week. And hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Let me know in the comments what stocks you guys are watching, or let me know in the Discord, and then I can respond and send my analysis over there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys later.